Hi all, this is Param. Okay, in this video I will explain about the cross cluster search, right? So of course we know cross cluster, right? So for high availability we will have more than one cluster, right, in our applications. So obviously we have to search across the cluster. Okay, so that is what CCR, cross cluster search. Okay, so this is what we are going to see here, okay, in these videos. uh, Cross cluster, first we have to register the cluster, right? First we have to register the clusters. How we have to register within by using the what using the cluster API here. Okay, before to search anything, so we have to add those cluster in our local cluster. Okay, so this is also this is like persistence settings using the cluster settings API. Okay, we can add how many clusters we have once. Okay, so let's say I have configured here 3 cluster, so and each cluster seed nodes I have configured. So this is a very simple way to configure clusters. Okay, if it is we are running in the SaaS based models, there is a trusted cluster option is there within the SaaS model. Means there is one page called trusted cluster. There we can add the cluster details. So that's how cluster each other can trust, so that they can exchange the data. Okay, or search result response everything. Okay, that's how. So there are two ways to configure or to configure clusters, remote cluster. Exactly, even people would say remote clusters in our local cluster. So this is how we have configured. Okay, so either way, SaaS based means trusted cluster, or if it is on premises means like this, like persistent settings, like this, we will do configure our cross clusters. So once we have configured, okay, how we can do search. Okay, so how we can do search means, let me go here. Okay, here, so this is on samples. Okay, here we add the cluster name, then colon, okay, then index name, actual index name, then search. So what we are doing here is we are searching a remote cluster called cluster 1. Okay, on that cluster there are index called my simple index. So in that I am doing searching. So obviously I will get the response. Okay, who is how the request is forwarded to that remote cluster, and how the response collected collected back and show to the client. So that is what there are two nodes, two roles are there. Okay, one is gateway node, another one is coordination node. So usually any master non-master eligible node, okay, any non-master eligible node can act as a gateway node. So gateway node is used to send out the request to the remote cluster. Similarly, coordination node, so that is another important node. So more or less it seems even I could not find any difference between gateway node and coordination node. So I could not find that much difference, in fact, to be honest. Okay, but other node is coordination node. So obviously yeah, okay, so in some of my clusters, in some of my projects, I have not run dedicated coordination node. Even I have thought about why do we have to have separate node, something like that. Okay, so obviously what is whenever you are having more than one remote node, remote cluster, whenever you are having a remote cluster, then that is the times you must have the coordination node. Okay, whenever you are having remote clusters, okay, so that means high availability, because for the sake of high availability, okay, if you are configured many remote clusters, then you must have the coordination node. Okay, so with these two nodes play the role, okay, to forward the request and receive the response and send it to the client. Okay, so this is one particular nodes. Okay, similarly we can search many node. Okay, so here you can see that I am searching by my local cluster and cluster 1 and the cluster 2. Okay, so cluster 2. So at a single request I am searching the two more remote node. So what will happen? So in this case, the coordination node will receive the request. Okay, receive the request, and it will dispatch the request to all the remote cluster 1, cluster 2, and wait for the response. Okay, once it received, it merge all the result and send back to the client. So this is how we can search to the remote cluster. Okay, so till now we have seen how to configure a remote cluster to the local cluster. Okay, and what is the role of coordination node and gateway node? Okay, and how do search in the remote cluster or local cluster as well? Okay, here see, you can see, right, here I am searching the local cluster as well, two remote cluster as well. Okay, so that's how I am searching. Okay, so this is how we will do searching, the searching in the remote cluster. Okay, remote clusters. Okay, obviously we know, right, what is a remote cluster, what we are going for remote cluster just because of high availability, nothing else. Okay, nothing else. Okay, then I'll go to my documentations. Let me walk through some of the stuffs. Okay, so obviously we have seen how to setups. Of course, we have seen how to, yeah, the one thing I want to tell, in the response you can see that the of course in every hits there is a like a metadata called index. It will show the which index, right? So there it will show the index names. That is one thing. Okay, so whatever the remote, if the data, if the index document comes from the remote cluster, then that cluster names are prepended be just before the cluster name. Okay, okay. Okay, then against multiple nodes. So okay, so here we have sent, so cluster 1, cluster 2, it may be any local, no locals. Okay, yeah, so that is what. Okay, skip unavailable cluster. What is a skip unavailable? Okay, so we have configured 3 remote cluster. Okay, so that may available, may not available sometimes. Okay, sometimes or it may not be reachable in fact. Okay, so in that case, skip unavailable true means, so it will not any raise any error. So if the remote cluster is not available, then it will ignore that particular remote cluster, and whatever the remote cluster available, then to forward the request to that cluster and receive the response and send back to client. So this is obviously we have to configure this one. So it is very important, I would say. Okay, so obviously we cannot say, right, every time remote cluster is reachable or not reachable. Okay, so this is just gracefully ignore that error. Okay, and now so sniff node. What is a sniff mode? Okay, here is what in the sniff mode only they are saying gateway. So any non master eligible node can act as a gateway node. Okay, and so here, so if there is any node playing as a gateway node, this settings has to be there. Okay, any, help me orange. Okay, so any node play as a gateway node, that this is how we have to configure. And what they are saying is we will have a role coordination, right, node, right? So for that node itself we just add this configuration. That's what they are saying. Okay, so okay, so let coordination node play the two roles, coordinating as well as gateway node. So let play for this one. I think coordinate node for the network connections with this sniff mode. I don't know what is exactly sniff mode. Okay, so whenever if the remote connection is a remote cluster connectivity is a sniff mode, then that times gateway may be need. Okay, so gateway which node can play, any non master eligible node can play the gateway role. But what is the recommendation? So whichever node in your cluster playing coordination node, configure that same coordination node act as a gateway node as well. That's it. So it's a proxy. If you have the proxy, you have to configure. Okay, so now there are delays, right? So okay, so there are two ways. We are sending the request to the remote cluster. Okay, so remote cluster responds back response back with the research result. Okay, we cannot say write something. Theoretically it's fine. Okay, but we cannot expect the response comes with the same time, right? So one remote cluster may take 5 seconds, another cluster may take 7 seconds, something like that, right? Okay, how we can solve this one? Second things, we want to reduce the network traffic. Okay, network traffic between a round trip, people would say network round trip. Okay, so request and response both included as a round trip. Okay, so it's a good idea, right? It is good to have very minimal network round trip, right? So these are the concern when querying with the remote cluster. Okay, So there are two ways, two network model is there in fact. Minimize network traffic. What is the minimize network traffic? Na? So here, here we will send the our coordinate node will receive the request. So it will say forwarded to the request to the other remote clusters. Okay, then each cluster send the response back to master cluster. Coordination coordination node of local clusters. Okay, then send back to the response. This is a very minimal one. Okay, this is the very minimalized one. Okay, but if the data is very large, okay, so this is whatever we have discussed, that is one type of network connectivity. The another type of network connectivity is don't minimize a network round trip. What is that? Okay, so here there involved many network round trips. Okay, so how I tell you. So here also coordination node will receive the request. Okay, but this times what will happen? The coordination send it to the search shard. Okay, instead of sending API cluster itself, it will send it to the shard. Okay, it will send it to the search shard API. Okay, so in earlier it use the cluster search API. Okay, in the second case, what is now they will send it to the shard search API. Okay, what is shard API? Shard API you can check here. Okay, so here this is what shard API. If it is very plain, okay, that is cluster request, cluster search request. If it is search underscore shard, then it is shard request. So in this case, we never bother about okay, in this case we never bother about network round trip. Okay, it will not go many things. Okay, if it's a case then because of that facility available. Okay, because of that facility available, in this case what we are doing is the coordination node will send the search shard request instead of cluster request. Okay, so we will get we will get the response back from the clusters. Okay, then coordination node then coordination node receive the response. Okay, and it will it will receive the response and collectively collectively collect the response from each shard and save it. Okay, so obviously what is each for each shard. Okay, so the remote cluster may have many shards, right? Okay, so it send the request to the shard level. Okay, each shard may acknowledge. Okay, so each shard may send the response back its own individually. Okay, that is what advantage is here. Okay, so instead of single response, let's say in the remote cluster X, okay, remote cluster X has many shards. Okay, that shard so each shard receives the request. Okay, so each shard sends the response back by the coordination node. So instead of 1, we are getting 5. If I assume that in the remote cluster X having the 5 node, 5 shard. Okay, so obviously I will get the 5 response back. So that's why they will say if here we have more network round trip. Okay, but you can control these parameters like how many shard count I can search. Okay, and how many concurrent shard requests can be processed. Let's say in the X remote clusters. Okay, so it has 5. Okay, so let's say even let's say 100. Okay, you can configure that one. No, so shard level search should be minimum 10 or minimum 5, something like that. That's how we can limit that resource utilizations. Okay, so then again each shard is sending response back. That's why there are 2 rows. Okay, that's the 2 lines. Okay, each shard. So one is cluster level request. Second thing is shard level request. Okay, so coordinator receiving the node, then it's sent back to that coordination, send back to the client. So this is how there are 2 way to get search that. Okay, one is minimize network and don't minimize network. Don't minimize network means we are sending the shard search request. Minimize means we are sending the cluster search request. That's it. No other difference. Okay, some of the configurations. Okay, so what they are saying is the config since the remote cluster, right? So the thing is what the advantage, what the thing they are saying is each shard should have each shard should have sorry, each cluster should be the same version, but still they are saying minimum one major version. Let's say I am running 6 my local cluster. If the remote cluster 7.x, it will work. Similarly, there behind also, if I have 6 means 5 also I can send, but the good practice is what is, make sure all the cross cluster is the same version. That is what they are saying. Otherwise, it may be reflect. It may be what is it may ignore your request, or it may send the empty result, something like that. So there is version compatibility. Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching. So I think it's a very important topic for me, in fact. Okay, so what is a cross cluster? How to configure cross cluster? Okay, and how to, if cross cluster is not available, how to skip, how the response will be prepended with the cluster name. Okay, then sniff mode means what is the gateway, how the coordinated node works actually, how there are two type of remote request. Minimize the network round trip, don't minimize request. If it is minimize means send the search request to the cluster. If it is not minimized round trip means send the search request to the shard itself. Okay, so each shard can send the response its own. So obviously many round trip we will get. Okay, but it's pretty fast, right? It will be pretty fast. So okay, it's pretty fast. And of course you can do the restriction as well, because how to unavailable, how to react if a remote cluster unavailable, how to restrict number of shard level search has to execute in a per cluster. So everything we can do configurations. And the other thing is what is now, we should make sure that version of your each cluster should be same, but still one version above and below is supported. Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, like my videos. Okay, leave your comment and share with your friends. Subscribe my channel.